live here. Oh, that didn't work. Things happen in life with a purpose. That was Fiona. Uh, I was at the zoo, the Cincinnati Zoo and Botanical Gardens on that one probably 6 weeks ago, maybe 2 months ago. Actually, it's probably longer than that. Anyway, I went to the zoo for that reason, for the reason to actually meet her brother, who had just been born. And when I got to the zoo, uh, he was hiding somewhere. But Fiona, who is actually an internationally known person, not a hippopotamus, uh, she came, she saw me and came over and actually smiled for me, and that was the picture that I just showed you. It was right in front of me. And for those of you who have never met Fiona, uh, 3 years ago, uh, at least 3 years ago, Fiona was born at least 100 pounds less than hippopotami are. And for, I think, the entire first year of her life, the zookeepers, the trainers at the Cincinnati Zoo, kept her alive even before she was put with her mother. And so she made international fame, and a book was written about her. And I actually went and bought the book at a book signing, and the equally well-known, famous Cincinnati zookeeper director and botanical garden director Thane Maynard was there signing books. And he just signed it to Grandpa David. But it's I actually found that picture on a way to trying to find some other graphics for another video that I'm doing. And uh, if you ever come to Cincinnati, Ohio, absolutely do not leave the city without going to the Cincinnati Zoo and Botanical Gardens. Um, Over 3,000 species of botanical garden stuff. Over, I think, is approaching 400 species of animals now. The Probably the leading breeder of zoo animals in the world. Probably, I'm not sure. For sure, giraffes. I'm not sure about anything else. And for sure, ranked one zoo at the uh, at Christmas time with the Festival of Lights. I've shown some of those. I showed Festival of Lights, which was the best I've ever seen. But they're ranked number one zoo in botanical gardens in the United States for that. And I just got something there in the running. It's time to vote for number one zoo in the United States and botanical gardens. So I have to get that. But at any rate, if you ever come to Cincinnati, do not leave with, at minimum, going to the zoo. There's all kinds of food craziness in the city. So if you're into that stuff, plenty of opportunity for that. But I'm actually going to now turn to YouTube so that I will be able to use what I create over here for LinkedIn, for 4 or 5 web landing pages that I have of my own, and wherever we can find someone who will publish the link, will publish it. That's what being a social media marketing sales publisher producer has to do. My I was just reading my Facebook profile says that I am a marketing sales scientist, and I wrote it, and I I agree with it because I test everything for myself to see how it works for me. And if it works for me, I will share it then with other folks and try to figure out if it can work for them. No, we would not try to. If someone wants the commitment to, we will figure out how to make it work. So that's part of the. I guess that's part of the job description. So we're back to YouTube. Tuesday was my annual don't get out of bed day because you have flu-like symptoms, and there's nobody around to take care of you. So only get out when you have to get some fluid, some food, go to the bathroom, but quickly get back because you don't want to be out of bed. That happened for 24 hours on Tuesday. On Wednesday, I was determined that it was not going to be like Tuesday. And so slowly I was able to come back to uh, some reality, if you will. And I had and the reason why things happened with a purpose, it was a time for me then to reconstruct, step back, see what was going on. Um, Things have never been moving faster in my life than they're moving right my personal life than they are right now, and each day is uh, a new and better new and made yesterday's adventure better. So we just keep on going, and in doing so, I step back to say, okay, what's going on? You're doing all these things. You're on Facebook you're telling stories. You're doing Facebook Live. Uh, why are you doing that? And then you go to LinkedIn and you're telling uh, the business side of your life, celebrate business. That's the chapter, the final business chapter of my legacy story is Celebrate Business, with the objective to uh, publish and produce as many stories about folks who celebrate business for whatever the reason that they celebrate business. I'll figure out the reason. I'll if they come on to share this story, we'll 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 celebrate business together. And so in putting those things together and having and our community expanding, uh, something else has been uh, uh, burning inside, and I started to figure out how to excuse me. Another thing, if you ever come to Cincinnati, uh, and if you've never been here before, and you spend any length of time here, your allergies will be attacked in any length of time. So 2, 3 days, 4 days. The allergies are horrible in Cincinnati. They are for me. I don't know how they are for the rest of the world, rest of the folks that live here. That's how it is here. I wanted to build another community about something that I've been thinking about for a couple years now, and trying to figure out how to do it. And I think I have figured out how to do it now. It's a concept for baby boomers, of which I am a proud member. I've been a baby boomer since the third year you could become a baby boomer. Baby boomers were born after 1946 and before 1964, 46, 64. And in when I became 65, um almost 9 years ago, I then became qualified to get Medicare, which I paid into the system for 50 years to get Medicare, and so that was I had always started taking Social Security, and so at 65 as Medicare, I learned a bunch of things about myself on my 65th birthday, which made my Medicare coverage even that more significant. So I had to have um, the best coverage I could find. I had to have that to take care of my own personal needs, and it did. With a broker here in Cincinnati, I found he found the right product for me, and it's worked. And so for the last couple years, I've been watching on television uh, thousands of ads, commercials, endorsements of people trying to get attention of those folks who are on Medicare about Medicare Advantage, Medicare Supplement. I've been seeing it. I I just shake my head uh, at, at what I'm watching, and I said, some way I'm going to do that same thing, but I'm going to do it the way that I can do it. So I started to work on that this week, and came up with a very, very, very simple solution as a as a group, as a subcommunity group of the community that we're building. Uh, I'm going to It's going to be baby boomer Medicare community. And I better go buy that. Better go buy that domain. I don't know. We're gonna have a community, and I'm going to communicate with folks who want to who want to be a part of them. The objective is to share Medicare insurance information for those folks impacted by that. Millions. There's probably, I'm guessing, there's 60, 70 million folks who are in that category right now in this country. And so anybody who wants to get more information, um, if you send me your email, I will get you I will ultimately email back to you information that I have been able to gather about Medicare for myself, and for other folks who might have the same situation, same challenges I do. And we'll get the information out in articles that you can link to. Um, Actually, I'm going to keep uh, the cost to belong to the community to $1. Uh, and I'll talk about that in a moment. But I'm going to get folks who want to talk about those solutions that they have, the underwriters, the insurance underwriters, to talk about why baby boomers should consider their product for supplemental or advantage, the additional things that one can get to a Medicare program. For myself, my I have an advantage program, does not cost me one extra cent from what that carrier gets from the government for my Medicare payment. It doesn't get anything else. And in my particular case, I have been additionally uh, blessed because living here in Cincinnati with the medical challenges that I have had, there's probably no better city to live in than Cincinnati with the care that I get at my healthcare provider. And because I get all my health care done there, I fall into a class of HMO, which is absolutely the most cost effective way that one can provide medical care insurance if you can somehow get affiliated with an HMO. And I have found that in my lifetime, any HMO that I have been involved with has taken care of the needs that I have. But at any rate, that's going to be the purpose of our uh, baby boomer Medicare community. Share information so that whoever comes into the community, will have the opportunity to make the decision for yourself, what makes most decision for yourself. And we will have a communications going that you will be able to communicate with those folks who can give you answers to your specific questions, so you can make the best decision for yourself, what will work for you. That got started this week, in that putting the framework together, the infrastructure. So if you want to get involved in that, or you know somebody who should get involved in that, a friend or a relative, please let them know that that's happening. So that's I also the next thing I'm going to do today is send a voicemail. I'm not going to say to whom it's going. Actually, I'm sending two out, um, and one that is going out is going to be probably the most impactful publishing and producing that I've ever done, and I'm having a lot of fun trying putting it together. And so I'm sending a voicemail to an individual, and it involves three different projects under the one, three different videos that are going to be created, and so it's it's a very challenging thing, and with the individual, it's a lot of fun. So that's happening next, and another one's going out after that. Not too much I want to say about it, but it's been really, it's been I've been realizing a dream that I've had of my own, and so I hope to bring fruition to that, and that's what's happening in the in a second voicemail that's going out there. So it's been an unbelievable week in my life where uh, things happen with a purpose, and I actually added on to things happen with a purpose uh, with me that becomes a passion uh, with persistence and patience. It's only going to happen when it's going to happen. So, passion, persistence, and patience. It was a great week to be able to step back and reaffirm my why. Why is it what I do what I do, and also too, I had an opportunity to do what you love and love what you do. We will see you soon.